As G7 leaders gather in Hiroshima, demonstrators gathered in Hiroshima protesting against the G7 summit. The protesters gathered in front of the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, also known as the Atomic Bomb Dome. The protesters pulled out banners and signs such as "Crash the G7 Summit," "No War-Themed Conference," "No Imperialist Summit," "No Nuclear War," "A Nuclear-Free World." Protesters also chanted slogans such as "No Japan, U.S. Talk," and "Withdraw U.S. military bases in Japan." Welcome back to N.D.P News, your premier destination for up-to-date global events and geopolitics. If you're a first-time viewer, kindly subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. Thanks for tuning in. The G7 significance and influence. The Group of Seven, G7, is an intergovernmental organization consisting of 7 major advanced economies, including Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The G7 meetings hold immense significance for these countries, both individually and collectively, as they provide a platform for dialogue, cooperation, and decision-making on various global issues. First and foremost, the G7 meeting represents a forum for economic collaboration and coordination among the participating countries. As major advanced economies, the G7 nations play a significant role in shaping global economic policies. Their discussions and agreements at the G7 meetings can have significant effects on international trade, investment, and financial stability. For example, the G7 countries often work together to address economic challenges, such as fostering economic growth, reducing inequality, and promoting sustainable development. Through joint initiatives and policy coordination, they aim to ensure the stability and prosperity of their own economies and contribute to global economic stability. Moreover, the G7 meeting serves as a platform for political discussions and diplomatic engagements among the participating countries. As influential global actors, the G7 nations have the opportunity to address pressing political issues, exchange views on international security, and coordinate their positions on matters of mutual concern. These discussions can contribute to conflict resolution, peacekeeping efforts, and the promotion of democratic values and human rights. Examples of such political cooperation include joint efforts to address regional conflicts, combat terrorism, and promote stability in fragile states. Furthermore, the G7 meeting allows participating countries to demonstrate their leadership on global challenges and showcase their commitment to multilateralism. The G7 nations, by coming together and engaging in constructive dialogue, send a powerful message of unity and collaboration to the international community. They can use the G7 platform to advocate for common values, promote global governance reforms, and address global issues such as climate change, public health crises, and sustainable development. For instance, the G7 countries have historically played a crucial role in climate negotiations, leading to important agreements such as the Paris Agreement. In addition, the G7 meeting provides an opportunity for participating countries to strengthen bilateral relations and build partnerships. Beyond the formal sessions, the G7 meetings often include side meetings and informal discussions, allowing leaders to interact and establish personal connections. These interactions can lead to enhanced diplomatic ties, increased trade and investment cooperation, and collaborative initiatives on various fronts. Examples include the forging of partnerships for technological innovation, joint research projects, and cultural exchanges. The G7 meeting serves as a platform to engage with non-member countries and international organizations. The G7 countries often invite guest nations and organizations to join discussions on specific topics, expanding the scope of the dialogue and fostering inclusive decision-making processes. This outreach can lead to increased cooperation, knowledge sharing, and the development of joint solutions to global challenges. As we proceed with the video, kindly pause for a moment to subscribe to the channel and show your appreciation for the video by giving it a thumbs up. We appreciate your support. Police presence and peaceful demonstrations. Upholding order at the G7 summit. For Japan, hosting the G7 meeting holds great significance. It offers the country an opportunity to demonstrate its diplomatic prowess and showcase its economic and technological achievements on a global stage. It also serves as a platform for Japan to foster stronger relationships with other G7 members, addressing regional and global concerns through dialogue and cooperation. One notable aspect of the G7 meeting in Japan was the presence of a large Japanese police contingent, consisting of approximately 24,000 policemen. The deployment of such a substantial police force can be attributed to several factors, including the desire to ensure the safety and security of the G7 leaders, as well as the anticipation of potential protests and demonstrations, with Japan having experienced a sense of hysteria and shock following the assassination of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in July of 2022. Authorities sought to deter any potential harm to the G7 leaders by maintaining a robust security presence. While Japan has a long-standing tradition of peaceful protests and demonstrations, the scale of the police contingent shows the authorities' determination to maintain order and prevent any potential disruptions during the G7 meeting. The Japanese government, keenly aware of the importance of the event, aims to project a sense of stability and security to the international community, emphasizing its commitment to ensuring the smooth functioning of the summit. Another significant concern within the Japanese populace revolves around the possibility of the G7 reaching an agreement to deploy nuclear weapons as a countermeasure against Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Japan, as a country that suffered immensely from the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II, is acutely aware of the devastating consequences of nuclear warfare. Given the historical context and Japan's commitment to nuclear disarmament, it is understandable that the Japanese public would be apprehensive about the prospect of nuclear weapons being utilized again. The trauma and lasting effects of the bombing serve as a painful reminder of the catastrophic nature of such weapons. However, the G7 is primarily focused on diplomatic and economic cooperation, and the decision to deploy nuclear weapons would require consensus among its members. While discussions surrounding the crisis in Ukraine and potential responses to Russia's actions are likely to take place during the G7 meeting, it is unlikely that a consensus on deploying nuclear weapons would be reached. The G7 typically operates within a framework of non-proliferation and arms control, aiming to promote peace, stability, and diplomatic solutions to global challenges. But what are your thoughts regarding the demonstrations by the Japanese public? We would appreciate hearing your opinions in the comment section below. Make sure to watch our previous video titled G7 Meeting, China Using Businesses as Pawns, for further insights into the G7 meeting. You can find the video link in the description below. Remember to subscribe and enable the notification bell to stay updated with our upcoming content. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.